Welcome to the Den as the Hot Springs Tigers get ready to take on the Cobre Indians here in 3 AAA district play. Cobre has worked their way over the mountains. Talked to the coaching staff where they come over the top. They got to Hatch, and then they've got the interstate shut down going north out of Hatch, so they had to jump on 187, take the old road for a ways up, I believe, to Garfield. So they made it over fine, and both teams ready to go. We got the girls here first at 5:30 coming up, and then the boys will take on the Cobre Indians right here in the Den. Right after that, we'll start this stream, get everything going, get you on the radio on 101.9 FM, and then we'll move off to the boys. We'll start a new stream and be able to put you back on the radio with the boys team as well. The boys come off a win against Socorro 2 nights ago. Tonight, the girls, they come off a loss to Socorro, and we'll have that information for you here a little later. The Cobre girls are 5-17, but they're undefeated in district. Tigers are 4-17, and they're struggling a little bit right now in district. So the Tiger girls, they played pretty decent the other night, the Tuesday night, but struggled trying to get that win that they so desperately need. We're going to take a quick break, do a few commercials. We'll be back here with the tip-off here at around 5:30, right here on 101.9 FM.
Carrico's Family Funeral Home is honored to help make these Tiger broadcasts possible. The Carrico's family is proud to support youth activities in addition to Tiger sports. Carrico's Family Funeral Home is family-owned and operated, serving Sierra County since 1976, providing all your funeral, cremation, and pre-planning needs with care and dignity. From the staff of the Carrico's Family Funeral Home, they say, "Go Tigers!"
Taking care of all of Sierra County's plumbing, gas, and HVAC needs, MPG Services says, "Go Tigers!" MPG Services is located at 1907 South Broadway and doesn't just do service calls. They sell the products that help you take care of your own. So remember, when you need plumbing parts or just want to let the pros handle the job, call on MPG Services 740-1440 or 894-1440. You'll find their well-stocked store in 1907 South Broadway.
Since 1941, Sierra Electric has been a member-owned cooperative that has been providing quality, consistent electric service to Sierra County for 78 years. We support local youth programs while lending a helping hand to our members and neighbors. Sierra Electric Co-op is proud to power your life and proud to support the Tigers. Sierra Electric is a touch-tone energy cooperative, equal opportunity provider and employer. Go Tigers! Back here in the Den, we got just a little under 2 minutes to go here before the Tigers tip it off here against the Cobre Indians. Tigers will be on the road next Tuesday as they will travel to Socorro. And then the Tigers will be back here next Thursday. We'll have that game, both games, the varsity and for boys and girls, next Thursday as they'll take on the rivals, the Hatch Valley Bears. The rivalry of I-25 will continue next Thursday. And then depending on the seeding as to where the boys will be and where the girls will be, this is really the first season that they've traveled together as a varsity. Usually the boys at the varsity boys are on the road. The girls will be playing at home against that team. Then when the boys are home, the girls travel. But this year they've lumped the varsity boys and varsity girls together, so they travel together. Girls play first and then the boys. So tonight we got about a minute to go here before we're ready to tip off here on 101.9 FM. We'll get your starting lineups as soon as we get back right after these breaks. Quality cuisine since 1970. Legendary menu selections including our hand-cut steaks, prime rib, lobster, fresh seafood, and chicken. Enjoy an extensive wine list in our comfortable bar with outdoor patio. We have ample parking and banquet room. Open daily at 5 p.m. 1400 North Date Street in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Phone 575-894-6200, LosArcosSteakhouse.com.
Whether you are celebrating the latest Tiger victory or just a night out with friends, the Sierra County DWI Prevention Program reminds you to designate a driver when you plan to drink. Don't drink and drive. It's against the law. It's deadly. It can ruin your life in a split second. Underage drinking is also against the law and can wreck your high school years and keep you out of college and the military. So, make good choices. If you're under 21, don't drink. If you're over 21, don't drink and drive.
Sierra Vista Hospital's new facility is a community-operated 15-bed critical access hospital featuring the latest technology and equipment to ensure top-notch patient care. The emergency room is always open if you have a medical emergency. Our EMS provide medical services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Sierra Vista Hospital and Clinics, 800 East 9th Avenue in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Phone 575-894-2111. If an emergency, dial 911.
One play can change momentum in the game, and one deductible is a game changer when it comes to your insurance. That's why you should see Agent Sharon Luna, your Farm Bureau agent in Tier C. She can help bundle your car and home together in a single policy. So if life sends a little blitz in the form of a storm or fire, you'll pay one deductible for everything that's covered. Talk to Farm Bureau agent Sharon Luna today. Stop by 405 North Date or call 575-894-0060. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Providing the best landscape and fencing in all of Sierra County. Lynn's Landscape offers the best service for small or large projects. Lynn's Landscape specializes in decorative block retaining walls. Whether you need artificial turf or natural landscaping, call the professionals at Lynn's Landscape and Fencing, 575-744-4009 or 575-740-4045.
Is the stress of the game making you bite your nails? Annette and staff of Spa Escape and Salon invite you to come get a manicure or pedicure with them. They can work the stress out with a body massage or even cover up the gray with a cut and color. Spa Escape and Salon at 505 Highway 195 in Elephant Butte is your one-stop location to take away the stress, the gray, and just relax. Make your appointment today for any of their services by calling 740-4142. Spa Escape and Salon are proud supporters of all Tiger sports.
Back here in the den as we get ready for the girls' varsity basketball game between the Hot Springs Tigers and the Cobre Indians. I have the starting lineups here for Cobre Indians. Alexis Carrillo, the sophomore. Haley Gutierrez, number 1, the 8th grader. Isabella Garcia, the junior. And number 15 there, Duarte. And 41, Arleano. Now for the Tigers, that's your starting lineup there for the Cobre Indians. Number 1, Taisha Bilyeu. Andrea Leclerc, number 13, the 8th grader. Number 20, McKenna Woods, also an 8th grader. Number 21, Kylie Collins, also an 8th grader. Mariana Clayton, a sophomore, number 22. Number 32, don't have her on the schedule. Number 34, we get these off max preps, and sometimes the coaches don't keep the roster updated, so we'll try to get you some numbers and names. Mariah Hernandez, number 2, the starter, senior. Number 3, Mahala Hernandez, number 3. Number 10, Taylor Littleton. Number 10, the freshman. Rahelo, the freshman as well. Alex Gonzalez, the junior. So the Tigers have some, quite a few. They got a lot of freshmen. They got 3 freshmen, 3 eighth graders on the varsity here. So it looks good for the future. Hot Springs High. Let's see what the girls can do tonight as they tip it off here against the Cobre Indians. We have the game streaming live on KCHS Facebook page as well as KCHS Radio. The KCHS Sierra County Sentinel Facebook page as well as the YouTube, KCHS Radio, and also on the NFHS network over on the paid platform. 8 minutes up on the clock. Here we go. Get ready for tip-off as Gonzalez in there with number 1, Haley Gutierrez, the 8th grader for the Indians. And the Tigers control the tip and get it across the timeline. Hernandez over to Littleton. Littleton for a 3, and it's good. And just like that, the Tigers jump out quickly. Actually, they say it was a 2-pointer. Foot was on the line. Across the timeline comes the Indians. Set it up top of the key now. Tigers look like they're in a 2-3 zone. Get it down inside in the paint. Stolen by the Tigers. Here comes Gonzalez back the other way across the timeline all the way to the hoop. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded out by Gutierrez for the Indians. Across the timeline. Now they set back up. Tigers up 2-zip. Just underway here on 101.9 FM. Cobre now around the perimeter. Tries to get it down on the baseline. On the drive. Cut down by Hernandez. Offensive rebound by the Indians. And now back out to Correo, the sophomore, and stolen by the Tigers. Here comes Hernandez across the timeline, and she's got her, gets pickpocketed and all the way for the layup for the freshman. I'm the 8th grader, number 1, Haley Gutierrez. Just took the senior to school there on the pickpocket, and good. And now we have a tie score here in Tiger Gym. Tigers lose control again at the timeline. Ball pops out again, and now Haley Gutierrez, the 8th grader, yeah, she's going to be something. She's only an 8th grader playing in there with the seniors and the bigs. Off the Tigers, and Indians will keep it under their own basket. 6:33 to go here on 101.9 FM. We're tied up at 2 each here in the Den. So official timeout. Actually was a 3-pointer there by Littleton, that first shot of the game. So we got that corrected now. It's 3-2. Down inside now with a turn off the rim and rebounded by the Tigers, and the Tigers throw it away again. Now Gutierrez, the freshman, down inside in a jump ball. Hernandez comes back and picks it up, ties him up, and now the possession arrow is going to stay right there with the Indians. Tigers up 3-2, 6:25 to go here first quarter on 101.9 FM. Under the basket, Indians try to get it in. They do on the baseline for a 3, and it's short. Picked up by the Tigers. Tigers got to take care of the ball, get it over the timeline. Here comes number 3, Mahela Hernandez. Gets it down off the baseline. And there's a pushing foul underneath against the Tigers. Looks like it may have been Mariah Hernandez. She picks up her first, team first. Now the full court press coming by the Tigers. Indians get it across the timeline. Throw it down on the baseline to Gutierrez, the 8th grader. She fumbles it away, and looks like there's a foul underneath in the basket. This one's on her sister, Mahela Hernandez. It'd be her first, team second. Take it out from under the basket. Little hot pass there, getting in, goes out across the out of bounds on the far side of the court, and the Tigers will have it. Let's see if the Indians put some pressure on, and they do, lining up for a full court press. Hernandez now crossed, gets it down in the baseline, can't go up with it, and finally Gonzalez cleans up the boards, picks up her own rebound down inside off the glass, and it's off the Tigers and going to be the Indians. So Gonzalez down there had a shot at it, picked up her own rebound and missed it again. And the Tigers lead 3-2 with 5:56 here in the first. Tigers got the pressure underneath the basket. There's the steal. The bracket's up and no good. And Gonzalez finally on the putback twice gets 2 points for the Tigers. Tigers with a full court press. Hernandez putting some pressure there on the ball, trying to get it across the timeline, and they step out of bounds on the dribble, and the Tigers are going to pick it up. Littleton over there putting them up, pressure up against that sideline, and now Gonzalez will bring it in for the Tigers. We got a timeout here on the court with 5:35 to play. Tigers up 5-2 here on the Turtleback Pest and Weed Control scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Whitehead Automotive says go Tigers. At Whitehead Automotive, you'll find game-changing deals on sales and service. We have a great selection of used quality vehicles along with highly trained service and sales team with unbeatable prices of vehicles in service. You can't beat it. Whitehead Automotive's great sales and great service equals a winning combination, just like the Tigers. Stop by and see the gang at Whitehead Automotive at 9th and Date.
Bill checks in, the senior number 1, as well as number 13, LeClaire, the 8th grader. I thought that was out on the Indians. Got a little mix up here on the who's on the court. Looked like the Tigers knocked it out. They give it to the Indians anyway, and across the timeline comes Gutierrez, the 8th grader. Pressured up there by Hernandez. Hernandez on the steal. Gets it to Bilyeu. Bilyeu across the timeline, loses it. Picked up by Gonzalez, and now Hernandez just got to slow this thing down. Just turnovers waiting to happen. Now Hernandez looking for Bilyeu. Gets it into Gonzalez. Gonzalez back out to Bilyeu. It's off the Tigers. Should be Indian ball. And the Tigers just out of sorts here, trying to control the ball. Now the pressure by the Tigers. Gonzalez runs her across the timeline on the drive, and now 2-point shot, shuffled the feet, gets called for a traveling violation. And that was number 4, Isabella Garcia, the junior, gets called for a travel. Tigers will take it out on the far side of the court. Looking to get it in, and they do, to LeClaire. LeClaire's right up against the sidelines. Now Gonzalez looks, about loses it, double team. Ball comes off, now it's stripped. All the way down the court go the Indians and miss it, and Hernandez picks it up, and she's tripped, and that'll pick up a foul for Mahala Hernandez, number 3. Michaela Duarte, the sophomore, the foul on for the Indians. Tigers got to take it full court now with a full court press. They do have a lead here of 5-2 with 4:51 here in the first quarter. Gonzalez has got to get it in, and a timeout taken by the coach, or they'd had a 5-second turnover there. So a quick timeout by the Tigers as they lead 5-2 with 4:51 to play here in the first quarter on the Turtleback Pest and Weed Control on 101.9 FM.
Sheesh, kids are expensive in the fall and every other season of the year. It's a good thing Bank of the Southwest is there to weather the storm with us. With personal loan options for things like living expenses, purchasing a vehicle, clothing and supplies, moving expenses, and more. It sure helps. We all want them to stop growing up. Well, sort of. It's nice to know Bank of the Southwest is there to treat us like family when they do. Bank of the Southwest, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 439264.
Tigers bring it in underneath the Cobre Indian basket and get it into Hernandez. Hernandez throws it away, and that's going to go out the back of the court. So the Tigers, another turnover. Now the ref's got it right. We're just trying to figure out where they're going to take it in at. The ball was thrown away out through the back of the court, so they've got it set now. Now the Tigers put some pressure on. Cobre's got to go the length of the floor when they bring it in. Gonzalez with the steal, gets it over and throws it away, trying to save it. And now we're playing kickball over on the far side, and now Hernandez gets it across the timeline, tries to get it inside. Off the Indians should be Tiger ball, and they say no. Indians bring it in, full court press for the Tigers. That's what the girls basketball, I would play full court all the time. Nothing but turnovers happening. Tigers on the steal, tried to put it up and missed was Mariah Hernandez, and now a jump ball, and that's going to go to the possession of the Tigers. Tigers up 5-2 with 4:25 to play here in the first quarter. Leclerc picks it out to Bilyeu. Bilyeu loses the ball to Correo. Correo, an easy basket, just stopping a jumper. And now the Tigers only lead by 1. Leclerc on the turnover again, and this time the 8th grader takes it all the way in, no good. Rebound by the Indians, and now the Tigers fighting for it, and it looks like it's off the Tigers. 2 8th graders checking in. Woods and Collins check in for Bilyeu and Leclerc. Just under 4 minutes to play. Tigers up by 1. Indians bring it in. Set the offense. Tigers into man-to-man. Now they double team out of that 2-3. Down on the baseline, a foul created there by the Tigers. And that one looked pretty good. It looked like it was all ball, but they called the foul with the body. So go to the free throw line, do the Indians. First free throw is up and off the back iron, no good. Second free throw off the iron, no good. Tigers get the rebound. Here comes the 8th grader out. Collins taking this all the length of the floor. Puts it up off the glass, no good, a little hard. Now the other 8th grader coming, number 1. And that's Haley Gutierrez, and she's fouled. A blocking foul number, they did call a charge. It should be the Tiger ball. That was on number 3. And that was on Rios, the senior for the Indians. Got called for a block. Now Collins tries to get it in, gets it into Woods. Woods turns around back to Collins, and now the 8th graders are going to try to set up some offense here for the Tigers. Tigers up by 1. Now Hernandez. Top of the key, gets it over to Littleton. Littleton looking down on the baseline to Woods. Woods on the turnaround, tries to step inside. She's going to get called for a travel. That was a good move, though, taking it to the hoop. Tigers still up by 1 with 3:19 to play here in the first quarter. Indians get it across the timeline from the pressure from the Tigers, stolen by Woods, and here comes Littleton the other way. Tries to get around a block, going to take this one all the way down, and ball stolen out the back of the dribble, and the Tigers steal it again. Nothing but turnovers here as we got the rugby scrum going the other way. Gutierrez now gets it down to 0, and that is Correo, and missed, and now the Indians and Tigers fight for it. And it's off the Indians and going to be Tiger ball. Whew, that was hard to watch. Gutierrez is going to bring it. Gonzalez is going to bring it in for the Tigers. Littleton now looking to get it across the timeline. Double teamed right at the Tiger logo. Now she's across the timeline, still double teamed. Now Hernandez has it on the right side, dunks it down inside to Woods, and the pass is a little hot through the hands. And it'll be Cobre ball. With 2:37 to play, Tigers up by 1, 5-4. Tigers looking to steal, and they do. Back to Littleton. Littleton now has the ball, gets it down into Gonzalez. Gonzalez steps through, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line. Alex Gonzalez' first free throw is up, and no good. 2:30 to play here, first quarter. Tigers still up by 1. Second free throw, no good. Picked up by the Indians, back across the timeline. Sets it up on the left wing. Now take it out to the top of the key. Now the Tigers in that 2-3. From the free throw line, on the drive, turn and look, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Gonzalez, and it's tied up, and here we go again. Cobre's going to retain possession. 2:08 to play here, first quarter. Good block in there by Gonzalez. Inside the paint. Now Gonzalez trying to get the ball out. Gets it over to Collins, and now Littleton across the timeline. Tigers got to post some people up there and get down in that paint. Littleton trying to drive down inside. She gets it tied up, and it's a jump ball, held ball by the 8th grader, Haley Gutierrez. Tigers bring it in under their own basket. Down inside to Collins. Collins on the dribble, flips it around up, no good. Picked up by the Indians, and the Indians coming back the other way. Littleton right on her hip pocket. Gets it across court in the paint. Good pass there by the freshman, and 2 points by the Indians. The Indians take the lead 6-5 here with 1:32 to play, first quarter. Hernandez now takes it up the far side, drives it, throws it up, no good. Littleton on the rebound. Now the Tigers just need to set this up. Gonzalez from the free throw line, off the iron, rebounded by the Indians. And back the other way come the Indians. Tigers trail by 1, 6-5 here with 1:10. Kicked out to the right elbow, or left elbow, and now they're going to set it back up. Skip pass across to the right side and off the glass and good. And the Indians now take a 3-point lead, 8-5 with under a minute to play here on 101.9 FM. And a little reaching foul in there by Haley Gutierrez, the 8th grader for the Indians. And the Tigers will bring it in front of their own bench as they trail by 3. Tigers got to move. You got to get open. Littleton now across the timeline. Double teamed. Ball stolen away. And now knocked out of bounds by the Tigers. And the Indians will have it with 47.2 seconds. LeClaire checks in for Littleton. Knocked out of bounds by LeClaire. Now Correa brings it in for the Indians and just got it back inside the out-of-bounds marker there as a give and a go. 3-pointer up and good. Actually, a 2-pointer had her foot on the line. So up 10-5 now as the pressure is killing the Tigers here in Turnover City. Now on the drive, Hernandez dribbles it off her own foot out of bounds, and the Tigers can't do anything here in the first quarter. Knocked out of bounds by Hernandez. Now Correa will bring it in. Throws this one in and out of bounds off the Tigers again. Indians get it across the timeline this time, and they got numbers. Little jump shot, no good, but a rebounded there by the 8th grader and put back in the Tigers trail 12-5 with 10 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Tigers got to do something. This pressure's killing them. Hernandez going to take this one all the way down and put it up off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by the Tigers, and that's the end of the first quarter as the Tigers trail 12-5 here on the Turtleback Pest and Weed Control. We'll be right back with the second quarter right after this.
Need concrete? Bar 2's got it. Need asphalt? Bar 2's got it. Need dirt? Bar 2's got it. Bar 2 Sand and Gravel is your full-service construction center. They even install and service septic tanks. Visit Bar 2 Sand and Gravel and Transit Mix, where you'll be met by a friendly, helpful staff and enjoy prompt, efficient service no matter what size job you're working on. Bar 2 Sand and Gravel, serving the community since 1957, located at the Cuchillo Creek Bridge on Highway 181, just north of T&C. Call 894-7181.
Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Your State Farm agent, Ben Trujillo, is honored to be a Tiger at heart and an avid Tiger supporter. State Farm is a name you can trust, and Ben Trujillo is an agent you know. Whether you're looking to insure your home, car, business, or RV, give Ben Trujillo, your State Farm agent, a call today at 575-382-3636. Ben Trujillo, your State Farm agent, is proud to say, Go Tigers!
Back here in the den as we get ready to start the second quarter. Tigers trail 12-5, and this quarter brought to you by A&B Drive-In. Drive up, drive through, and dine in shortly. Got a sneak peek of the new remodel there at A&B Drive-In. It's going to be very nice. Extended it out. We've got new bathrooms. They're going to have new furniture. Man, it just looks really nice in there. A&B Drive-In, best green chili cheeseburgers around. Indians are bringing it in at the half court. Gutierrez, the 8th grader, almost stolen by Hernandez, and now the Indians set it up. Littleton on the pressure. Now the drive, trying to get it inside the paint. Here comes Gonzalez the other way, and they got a 3-on-1 break. Down to Littleton, all the way in for the score, no good. Picked up by Gonzalez and knocked out, and this one's going to be going to the Indians. The Tigers, they got a cellophane lid up there on the basket for him tonight. Here's Gutierrez, the 8th grader, getting it across the timeline for the Indians, and she sets up for a little jumper, and good. Man, is she a good-looking athlete for an 8th grader. Has taken over this game here against the Tigers. 14-5. And now the Tigers just getting a little frustrated, just throwing it around, trying to get something happen. Littleton now back to Hernandez. Need to calm down, post up there, get it into Gonzalez. Bilyeu on the turnaround off the glass, no good. Rebounded by the Indians, and the Tigers stuck on 5 here since the early part of the first quarter. This one goes out of bounds as the pass a little high off the hands of Haley Gutierrez, the 8th grader for the Indians. Going to be Tiger ball. Gonzalez needs to tie her shoe here real quick before she brings it in. Finally gets it into Littleton. Took forever. Looked like it may get caught with a 5-second. Littleton now just dribbles through the pressure. Gets it over to Bilyeu. Bilyeu cranks one up off the glass. No good. Rebounded by the Tigers, back out to Hernandez. Now inside to Gonzalez. Gonzalez turns, no good. Picks up the rebound. Hernandez back to Gonzalez. Now back to Bilyeu, and over the glass, no good. Gonzalez now back out to Littleton. Tigers doing a good job getting offensive rebounds. Just can't get one to fall. Now Hernandez gets it over to Rogelio and knocks it out of bounds, and the Tigers will maintain possession under their own basket. Down inside to Bilyeu. She's too far underneath the basket, and the rebound comes out and grabbed by the Indians. So Tigers once again stuck on 5 as they trail 14-5. Bilyeu with the pressure. Now Littleton tries to strip it. Indians still have it. Turn around, looking for a jumper. Gets it down inside and blocked by Gonzalez, and a rebound by the Indians. Hernandez steps inside that pass to the freshman, and this time she takes it all the way down and gets the score. So the Tigers get stuck off the 5, and now it's 14-7. They lead by a touchdown, and Hernandez trying to steal, and she picks up another foul. Mahala Hernandez picks up her second foul. Across the timeline, sets it up top of the key. Now the Tigers, see what defense we got here. Three-pointer on the way, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Gutierrez, the freshman, or the 8th grader for the Indians. Now the Indians bring it back out, going to set it up again. On the drive, off the glass, no good. Rebound Tigers playing volleyball with it in there. Everybody hits the floor, rolls out of bounds, and the Tigers are going to have the ball. Hernandez gets it tied up and stolen by the Indians, and an easy layup in there for Lexi Reyes. Now the Tigers down 16-7, trying to get the ball in. We go to the corners and get trapped. Littleton gets it back to Gonzalez. Now Gonzalez looking to take it across. She double dribbles it as she picked it up. So the pressure is killing the Tigers. LeClaire checks in for Hernandez. Indians now looking to drive on the far side. Little jumper inside the three-point line, no good. Long rebound out to Littleton. Littleton trying to control it. Finally does. Now LeClaire is going to set it up. Gets it over to Littleton on the right side, down to Rogelio, and she just about loses it. She looks for it, gets tied up, tries to get it Gonzalez. Gonzalez on the turn, just throws it up and in, and the Tigers are down 16-9. So just turn and rip that thing off the backboard. Indians now at the full court. Littleton putting pressure on. They get it across. Now they set it up top of the key. LeClaire on the defense, on the drive, down inside. Gonzalez with the block, picks it up. Tigers coming back the other way. Throws it down deep for Bilyeu and knocked out of bounds by the Indians. Bilyeu was open underneath the basket. Now the Tigers will bring it in. LeClaire from the baseline turns it around. Littleton from the three from the elbow off the glass. Gonzalez with the rip down, tries to take it inside, knocked out of bounds by the Indians. Tigers will have it. Halfway through the second quarter already with 4:06. Tigers trail 16-9 here on 101.9 FM. LeClaire now takes the fake. Now she sets up the offense top of the key. Looks down inside to Gonzalez at the free throw line. Turns her shoulder, throws it up and gets blocked, and it's blocked, but picks up the foul. Just enough on the arm there to call the foul. Gonzalez back to the free throw line as the Tigers trail 16-9. First free throw is up and no good off the back iron. Second free throw no good. Picked up by the Tigers. Now Gonzalez down in the paint. Kicks it back top of the key. Here's the shot, and it's good. And the Tigers now just down 16-11, making a little bit of run here and late in the second quarter. Inside the paint, kicks it back out on the elbow, turns around, throws it up, and she's fouled. And the Indians will go to the line. Foul was on Bilyeu, her first, number 1. First free throw off the back of the iron. Kylie Collins, the 8th grader, checks in for Bilyeu for the Tigers. Second free throw for Cobre is up and good. And now extend that lead to 6 here with 3:32 to play. Tigers bring it in, pressured. Littleton gets it across the timeline. Over to LeClaire, thought about the shot. Now three-pointer off by Littleton, off the glass, no good. And that's going to be Tiger ball. Number 21, Collins. Kylie Collins brings it in, the 8th grader, gets it out to the other 8th grader, LeClaire, back over to the left wing. Off the shot, no good. Gonzalez trying to get the rebound, does. LeClaire from the just above the arch, and no good. And this foul is going to go against Gonzalez. And that's her second. Tigers trail 17-11 with 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Across the timeline they come. Shot from the left side, no good. Rebounded out by the Tigers. Gonzalez finally takes the centered hike and gets it across to Littleton. Now Littleton across the timeline. Littleton's harassed in there by Correo. Now the Tigers looking from the right wing, bounce it down inside, knocked out of bounds by the Indians. Haley Gutierrez, the 8th grader, checks back in for the Indians. And Woods checks back in for the Tigers as Collins comes out. Now from under their own basket, Tigers are going to bring it in to Gonzalez, over to LeClaire. Now LeClaire steps out, going to run the offense. Over to Littleton on the right wing, down inside to Michaela on the baseline. Tries to turn and shoot and going to get called for a travel. So what happens, you get down there and you get stuck. You get the ball down and then you get double teamed. You're already in the corner and wind up with a turnover. Now Gutierrez, the 8th grader for the Indians. Gets it down inside the paint, throws it up, no good, misses everything, and Gonzalez comes up with a rebound, gets it out to Littleton. Now she's chased across the timeline by the Indians, and they set it back up, top of the key. Gonzalez back to Littleton to the top, looks down inside to Woods, and it's almost stolen, gets it back. Littleton cranks one up, off the glass, no good. Rebounded out by the Indians, and back they come with a 17-11 lead with under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. On the drive from the left side, foul as it goes up, and that foul is going to go against the Tigers. Just did get her on the arm. First free throw up by the Indians is good, and they extend the lead to 18-11 here on 101.9 FM. A minute 51 to play here in the first half. Don't forget, we got the boys coming up right after this game as the Hot Springs Tigers take on the Cobre Indians. Gonzalez on the rebound, looking to get it out, and does. Gets it across the timeline on the drive, gets it down to Littleton, and Littleton off the glass. That time the Tigers had a pretty good pass and get it 2 points. They trail by 5 now with a minute 37. A couple of stops here. You could get right back in with a couple of baskets. This one's knocked out of bounds. Looked like it's going to be an Indian ball. Minute and a half to play here on 101.9 FM. The Tigers trail 18-13 here against the Indians. Gutierrez gets it in on the baseline. Just all kinds of bodies down there, and that shot is blocked and picked up by Gutierrez. Gets it down close to Woods and stolen. Gutierrez steps in, the 8th grader. Man, she's just all over the court. She's a good-looking athlete for an 8th grader. Tigers looking for a rebound, not to get it. Comes back out to the Indians, and no good. From the free throw line now on the drive. Throws it up with her right arm. No good. Back iron picked up by the rebound by the Tigers, Woods. And then here we go again on the other side. Just a minute to play. Tigers could cut this lead. They trail 18-13. Oh, good save there by the Indians as LeClaire about threw that one away. And now the Indians are going to come back and set up after the turnover. Top of the key, LeClaire trying to stay with her. Gonzalez now in the paint, puts the big body down there. Ball's on the floor, picked up by the Indians, thrown up off the glass, no good. Woods with the rebound. LeClaire now on the outlet, trying to take it all the way to the basket. She's fouled, no count, but the basket goes. They didn't call the foul, and the Tigers now trail 18-15 with 20 seconds to go here in the first half. So the Tigers, one more stop here. Turnover, we could cut that down, possibly with a tie-up with a three-pointer. Now Littleton just hangs in there, and they're going to get the possession with 11.8 seconds. I think I'd take a timeout here. Coach set something up. Trail by 3, 18-15. 11.8 seconds. Got to get it in. Got to move. Can't just stand around waiting. Now the pressure's going to come. They're going to waste their time trying to get it across the timeline. LeClaire now gets it across. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Littleton's got to throw this one up. Gonzalez right at the buzzer. No good. And the half ends with the Tigers trailing 18-15 here in the Den on the A&B Drive-In scoreboard. We'll be back with the second half after this commercial break.
Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Your State Farm agent, Ben Trujillo, is honored to be a Tiger at heart and an avid Tiger supporter. State Farm is a name you can trust, and Ben Trujillo is an agent you know. Whether you're looking to insure your home, car, business, or RV, give Ben Trujillo, your State Farm agent, a call today at 575-382-3636. Ben Trujillo, your State Farm agent, is proud to say, Go Tigers!
Drive up, drive through, or dine in at A&B Drive-In. For faster service, call your order in for the best burritos smothered in red chili and cheese. Or try the green chili cheeseburgers with fries, the best in all the Southwest. Drive through our newly remodeled drive-up window at 211 Broadway in downtown Truth or Consequences, 575-894-9294. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 8:30 p.m.
It's good to have Davis Fleck United Pharmacy nearby. From cold medications to gifts for everyone on your list. From over-the-counter help to greeting cards, magazines, and newspapers. Just one stop at Davis Fleck does it. Remember, Davis Fleck accepts most prescription insurance plans and offers a senior citizens prescription discount program too. Davis Fleck United Pharmacy, your leader pharmacy, located at 500 Broadway, right here in Tier C, is a drugstore and much, much more.
When you're in the market to buy or sell your home or property, remember Homesteaders Realty. Maybe it's time to consider buying instead of renting, downsizing, or making more room for the kids and grandkids. Maybe you've been thinking about moving into the country, or maybe it's a lake house that has you daydreaming. No matter what your motive, Kathy Vickers and the gang at Homesteaders Realty can help you find the perfect home. Call on Homesteaders Realty at 507 Highway 195 in Elephant Butte when you're in the market to buy or sell your home.
Back here in the Den, we are at the half here in the girls' game as the Cobre Indians are up 18-15. Need to give you a little public address announcement here. The Hot Springs High School Junior Senior Parent Night is next Wednesday, February the 21st, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. here in the cafeteria at Hot Springs High School. Join us for the important senior information about scholarships, financial aid, college, employment, and grad bash. Martha Hernandez can get in touch with at 575-894-8350. Or Armandaris at 575-894-8359. That's a Hot Springs High School Junior Senior Parent Night next Wednesday, 4 to 7 right here in the cafeteria. We'll be right back.
Johnny B's loves the Tigers and is proud to help bring these games to you. When you're hungry for home-style cooking, head to Johnny B's at 2160 North Date Street, right here in Tier C. While you're there, make sure to save room for a tasty treat from Jackie's Ice Cream Parlor. Heck, you can just go have ice cream if you'd like. Whether it's on the football field or the baseball field, on the court, at home, or on the road, Johnny B's and Jackie's Ice Cream Parlor support the Hot Springs Tigers today and always.
Are unwanted guests invading your home? Say goodbye with Turtleback Pest and Weed Control. We offer swift, reliable service to eliminate pests from your life with state-of-the-art integrated pest management techniques. We offer eco-friendly solutions to keep your home safe for your family, pets, and the environment. Our certified professionals are trained to identify and tackle the pests troubling you. So don't let pests rule your life. Call Turtleback Pest and Weed Control at 575-894-7513 for a free consultation.
Carrico's Family Funeral Home is honored to help make these Tiger broadcasts possible. The Carrico's family is proud to support youth activities in addition to Tiger sports. Carrico's Family Funeral Home is family-owned and operated, serving Sierra County since 1976, providing all your funeral, cremation, and pre-planning needs with care and dignity. From the staff of the Carrico's Family Funeral Home, they say, "Go Tigers!"
Taking care of all of Sierra County's plumbing, gas, and HVAC needs, MPG Services says, "Go Tigers!" MPG Services is located at 1907 South Broadway and doesn't just do service calls. They sell the products that help you take care of your own. So remember, when you need plumbing parts or just want to let the pros handle the job, call on MPG Services 740-1440 or 894-1440. You'll find their well-stocked store in 1907 South Broadway.
Since 1941, Sierra Electric has been a member-owned cooperative that has been providing quality, consistent electric service to Sierra County for 78 years. We support local youth programs while lending a helping hand to our members and neighbors. Sierra Electric Co-op is proud to power your life and proud to support the Tigers. Sierra Electric is a touch-tone energy cooperative, equal opportunity provider and employer. Go Tigers! Quality cuisine since 1970. Legendary menu selections including our hand-cut steaks, prime rib, lobster, fresh seafood, and chicken. Enjoy an extensive wine list in our comfortable bar with outdoor patio. We have ample parking and banquet room. Open daily at 5 p.m. 1400 North Date Street in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Phone 575-894-6200, LosArcosSteakhouse.com.
Whether you are celebrating the latest Tiger victory or just a night out with friends, the Sierra County DWI Prevention Program reminds you to designate a driver when you plan to drink. Don't drink and drive. It's against the law. It's deadly. It can ruin your life in a split second. Underage drinking is also against the law and can wreck your high school years and keep you out of college and the military. So, make good choices. If you're under 21, don't drink. If you're over 21, don't drink and drive.
Sierra Vista Hospital's new facility is a community-operated 15-bed critical access hospital featuring the latest technology and equipment to ensure top-notch patient care. The emergency room is always open if you have a medical emergency. Our EMS provide medical services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Sierra Vista Hospital and Clinics, 800 East 9th Avenue in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Phone 575-894-2111. If an emergency, dial 911.
One play can change momentum in the game, and one deductible is a game changer when it comes to your insurance. That's why you should see Agent Sharon Luna, your Farm Bureau agent in Tier C. She can help bundle your car and home together in a single policy. So if life sends a little blitz in the form of a storm or fire, you'll pay one deductible for everything that's covered. Talk to Farm Bureau agent Sharon Luna today. Stop by 405 North Date or call 575-894-0060. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Providing the best landscape and fencing in all of Sierra County. Lynn's Landscape offers the best service for small or large projects. Lynn's Landscape specializes in decorative block retaining walls. Whether you need artificial turf or natural landscaping, call the professionals at Lynn's Landscape and Fencing, 575-744-4009 or 575-740-4045.
Is the stress of the game making you bite your nails? Annette and staff of Spa Escape and Salon invite you to come get a manicure or pedicure with them. They can work the stress out with a body massage or even cover up the gray with a cut and color. Spa Escape and Salon at 505 Highway 195 in Elephant Butte is your one-stop location to take away the stress, the gray, and just relax. Make your appointment today for any of their services by calling 740-4142. Spa Escape and Salon are proud supporters of all Tiger sports.
Back here in the den as we get ready for the third quarter. This one brought to you by Los Arcos Steakhouse. Big shout out to Ernie, Willie, and Bobby and the rest of the gang. Denise is well up there. Hopefully everybody's watching, getting ready for the Tiger boys coming up shortly right after this game. Tigers trail 18-15. Made a little run there, did the girls, right at the end of the half. Let's see what they can come up with here in the third quarter. As the Indians on the alternating possession will bring it in. Gutierrez, the eighth grader, across the timeline, setting up the offense for the Indians. Down inside the paint, kicks it out to the left side, looking down low. And this one is saved by the Indians. The Tigers trying to put some pressure on the ball. Tigers playing a man-to-man defense now. And inside, all the way to the glass. And this one's going to be a foul called against the Tigers. Tigers trail by 3. First free throw up and good for the Indians, and that's number 15, Duarte, the sophomore. Second free throw good as well. Now the Tigers trail 20-15. Gonzalez on the steal is Gutierrez, the eighth grader. Man, she's good. Littleton steps in and steals it right back and gives it right back to Gutierrez, the eighth grader, and puts 2 points on the board for Indians. So 4 points just like that in a matter of a couple of seconds. And the Tigers just nowhere to go. Can't break that press, can't even bring it in. Quick timeout by the Tigers. We're going to take a timeout with them. Tigers trail 22-15 here on 101.9 FM.
Whitehead Automotive says go Tigers. At Whitehead Automotive, you'll find game-changing deals on sales and service. We have a great selection of used quality vehicles along with highly trained service and sales team with unbeatable prices of vehicles and service. You can't beat it. Whitehead Automotive's great sales and great service equals a winning combination, just like the Tigers. Stop by and see the gang at Whitehead Automotive at 9th and Date.
Back here in the den as the Tigers weren't able to get it in, had to take a timeout. Now the Tigers just got to run open. Just get open and go and quit jogging around, and a double team and no help, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Indians. Littleton now gets open, looking around, picks up her dribble, and now she's get tied up. Now a double dribble and back the other way. Hernandez on the steal for the Tigers. Takes this one all the way down and off the glass and good. Man, we couldn't even catch her with a camera there. She stole the inbound pass and away she went. Now Gutierrez, the eighth grader, driving right through all the pressure of the Tigers. Jumper by number 15. Hit the deck, does Gonzalez. The ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Indian ball. Tigers trail 22-17 with 6:40 to play here in the third quarter. Indians now set it up, get it over to the left wing. Now Gutierrez, the 8th grader, steps inside from the free throw line. Off the iron. Soccer ball kicked around. Leclerc picks it up, and now Gonzalez gets it across the timeline. Littleton to Hernandez, back to Gonzalez, back to Littleton, now back over to Leclerc. Tigers throwing it around on the perimeter, and now Littleton down inside. Thought she had a foul there. She hits the deck. And ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Tiger ball underneath their own basket. Bilyeu and Rogelio check in for the Tigers. Bilyeu from the left baseline turns to Hernandez. Now gets it into Gonzalez on the jump hook. Rattles it in off the front iron, off the glass and in. And now the Tigers only trail by 3 again. So they made a run. But the Tigers have got to do something about that full court press. Turnover to the Tigers and back to the Indians again. Here we go for a baseline jumper, no good. The Tigers just crash the boards. Everybody hits the deck. No telling where the ball is. Going to be held by 4 or 5 players. Held ball, so the Tigers will get the possession. Gonzalez trying to get it in. The Tigers just throw it away again. This time there was got poked in the eye and no foul. Letting them play. I guess they did call a foul. It's all fun and games till somebody loses an eye. Now the Indians to the free throw line. First free throw is up and no good. Tigers trail 22-19 with 5:39 to play. Here on 101.9 FM. Littleton checks in for Mariah Hernandez. Second free throw on its way, no good. Picked up by Gonzalez for the Tigers, and now the Tigers throw it away again. And now a foul against Bilyeu. I'm sorry, Hernandez. That was Mariah. Mihaela checked out. Mariah's still in the game. She picks up her 3rd foul. Now the Indians bring it in front of their bench. Ball's on the floor again. Tigers trying to pick it up. Let's just roll a scrum here. Maybe somebody will kick it, pick it up, turn it over. Back come the other way to the Indians. On the drive, inside the paint, left-handed off the glass, no good. Picked up by Hernandez on the rebound. And now Gonzalez over to Littleton. Littleton's going to be double-teamed. The Tigers got to help that out. Now dribbles through, picks it up. Gutierrez on the pass, picks a layup into the Indian number 4, and that's Rios. And 24-19, Tigers lead or trail by 5 as Gonzalez gets it across the timeline. Back over to Littleton. Bilyeu for a 3-pointer from the elbow, off the glass and no good. Rebounded by the Tigers, and that was Mariah Hernandez on the 2-point putback. And the Tigers back down, trail by 3 with 4:30 to play here in the third quarter. Gonzalez looking in there in the trees, or Gutierrez, and she off the glass and good. Man, she's a good player. That Haley, only an 8th grader, Haley Gutierrez. And now the Tigers have seen enough of that, and they're going to call a full timeout. We have timeout on the court with 4:22 to play here, third quarter on the Los Arcos Steakhouse scoreboard. Cobre Indians 26 and the Hot Springs Tigers 21. We'll be right back.
Sheesh, kids are expensive in the fall and every other season of the year. It's a good thing Bank of the Southwest is there to weather the storm with us. With personal loan options for things like living expenses, purchasing a vehicle, clothing and supplies, moving expenses, and more. It sure helps. We all want them to stop growing up. Well, sort of. It's nice to know Bank of the Southwest is there to treat us like family when they do. Bank of the Southwest, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 439264.
Back here in the den as the Hot Springs Tigers trail 26-21 here in the third quarter. Tigers will bring it in underneath the Indian basket. Gonzalez now gets it in over in the corner and is picked off by Gutierrez. The Indians coming back the other way. And she's a good player. Throws this one up and it's blocked and rebounded by Hernandez. Now Littleton gets it out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez out to Rogelio, and now she's on the drive. She takes it off the glass and good for the freshman. And the Tigers trail by 3. Just can't quite get over the hump, get that lead back. On the jumper and running jumper and no good. Fouled by the Tigers. See who it was. Looks like number 2. Mariah Hernandez. She picks up her 4th foul. First free throw is up and good. This is what's going to kill the Tigers. Tigers haven't been very good from the free throw line, and the Indians are very good free throw shooters. You put them on the line, and you're going to have a hard time catching them. Littleton on the drive, through the trees, kicks it back out to Bilyeu. Bilyeu on the baseline, looking to drive, goes down on one knee, and ball stolen by the Indians back the other way. On the drive, and this one's going to be a foul against Gonzalez, as she just put too much body in there and hit her with the arm, and that's going to be her. It's like her 4th. Back to the free throw line go the Indians. First free throw is good. That's 3 in a row so far for Cobre. They extend that lead 29-23, 3:33 to play here in the third. A bunch of threes. Gonzalez checks out of the game for the Tigers. Second free throw is up and good. Now a 7-point lead for the Indians. Littleton takes this one right down the court, all the way down on the glass and good. And the Tigers needed that. Help stop the bleeding here in the third quarter, as they're just getting scalped by the Indians. Gutierrez now from the baseline on the drive. She's just rolling around. She's going to hit. See if that was a foul or did they go out? It looked like she got pushed out of bounds. Let's see who the foul's on. May have been on Bilyeu. It looks like she did. She picked up her 2nd. And now back to the free throw line go the Indians. Gutierrez' first one is off the back of the glass. No good. Wholesale changes here for the Indians. Dominguez checks in. We'll get a number on the other one. Second free throw no good there by the 8th grader, but picked up on the rebound by the Indians. And now back out top of the key. That was Garcia looking to the baseline. Now back out top of the key on the drive, all the way down for an easy layup. Nobody stopped the ball on that one was Isabella Garcia. And now 32-25, the Indians lead, and Tigers get it in. They finally get it across the timeline decent. Now just don't turn it over, and they get tripped up, hit the floor. Going on here. The Tigers going to take it out. It was only the first foul here in the third quarter for the Indians, so not a shooting foul. Tigers will bring it in. Littleton back over to Rogelio. Now she's looking. Now Littleton once again going to try to get it to Bilyeu. Now she's on the Right wing looking down for Woods. Woods in the game now. Turns around and gets it to Littleton. A great pass there in the paint, and Littleton misses. Picks up her own rebound. Now Bilyeu steps back for a three-pointer off the back of the iron, and Rogelio goes in and grabs a rebound. Now gets it back to Woods. Woods on the turnaround. Double team. Stolen by the 8th grader Gutierrez. Back the other way. Here comes the Indians all the way down. Can't stop the ball. Over in a good block there by Woods as she puts the wood to that one, and stolen right back to the Indians, and a basket for the Indians, stolen right off of Littleton. And now the Tigers trail by 9. And the Tigers throw this one away again as the scrum's on the ground from the baseline. Little running floater, and good by Correo. And now it's 36-25, up by 11 with 1:50 to play here in the third quarter. We'll be right back.
Need concrete? Bar 2's got it. Need asphalt? Bar 2's got it. Need dirt? Bar 2's got it. Bar 2 Sand and Gravel is your full-service construction center. They even install and service septic tanks. Visit Bar 2 Sand and Gravel and Transit Mix, where you'll be met by a friendly, helpful staff and enjoy prompt, efficient service no matter what size job you're working on. Bar 2 Sand and Gravel, serving the community since 1957, located at the Cuchillo Creek Bridge on Highway 181, just north of Tier C. Call 894-7181.
Back here in the den on the timeout on the Los Arcos Steakhouse scoreboard. Cobre Indians 36, Hot Springs Tigers 25 with 1:50 to play here in the third quarter. Out of the timeout, Tigers will have to take it full court after the running jumper basket by Correo. Bilyeu now brings it in. Gets it to Littleton. Littleton puts it on the court to LeClaire. LeClaire takes it down to Bilyeu, gets it across the timeline. And now Littleton almost has it stolen. Looks down on the baseline. Here's Collins in the game, and she's fouled. She tries to take that step there on the baseline. And Correo picks up her, actually it was on number 32, Dominguez picks up her first foul. Woods now for a two-pointer, no good, short. And this one's rebounded by the Indians. And now Haley Gutierrez, the 8th grader, across the timeline for the Indians. Sets it up. Tigers playing that man-to-man again. Open underneath for the basket, no good, and a jump ball. It looks like it's going to stay with the Indians. Down inside and off the glass and good as the inbound play. Nobody's stopping the bigs down inside. And now LeClaire tries to get it in, gets it into Littleton. Littleton turns. She's double teamed, gets it across the timeline, goes all the way down and shoots it off the glass. A little strong there, but picked up by Woods. And now Collins over to LeClaire. LeClaire trying to set up the offense here as Tigers are playing with 3 8th graders out there. And now the 8th grader from the Indians steals it. Gutierrez back the other way. Down on the baseline, open. Missed it. Get her own rebound, and off the glass, no good. Gutierrez gets it, no good. Finally picked up another offensive rebound, and Rios puts it in for the Indians, and now the Tigers trail 40-25 with 30 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Collins to LeClaire. LeClaire stuck in the back court. Double team, gets it over to Collins, and on the drive, she's looking for it, missed it on the baseline, loses it, and comes back the other way to the Indians. 15 seconds to go. Tigers trail 40-25, all the way in, and fouled, and the basket's going to count. And the lead extends to 42-25. Woods checks out. Rogelio checks back in. Puts the Indians back on the line for an and one. Lexi Rios is good for the three-point play. Now the Tigers trail 43-25. It's been a tough quarter for them. Got foul trouble for Gonzalez, and now Bilyeu throws it away at midcourt. And that's going to be after the basket. No good. So the end of the third quarter, the Tigers trail 43-25 on the Los Arcos Steakhouse scoreboard. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter right after this.
Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Your State Farm agent, Ben Trujillo, is honored to be a Tiger at heart and an avid Tiger supporter. State Farm is a name you can trust, and Ben Trujillo is an agent you know. Whether you're looking to insure your home, car, business, or RV, give Ben Trujillo, your State Farm agent, a call today at 575-382-3636. Ben Trujillo, your State Farm agent, is proud to say, Go Tigers!
At the end of the third quarter here on 101.9 FM, the Cobre Indians 43 and the Hot Springs Tigers 25. We get ready to start the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter brought to you by Lynn's Landscape and Fencing. Go by and see Big Lynn out there at Elephant Butte on Warm Springs Boulevard. Lynn's Landscape and Fencing. Those of you on our social media sites, will stop this stream and get everything cleaned up for you. We'll make sure that we get a fresh stream going again here for the boys. So we'll have a little bit of time, maybe 10 or 15 minutes there. We'll be off the air as well as off the air at the radio station on 101.9 FM. So we'll throw it back to Fran over there. We'll just say back to regular programming until we can come back online with the boys game. Got to change up some graphic packages, get a few things set for the top 10, and we'll be ready to play. We're set now for the fourth quarter, and it's going to be Tiger ball at midcourt. Mahela Hernandez in over to Littleton, and now Gonzalez is back in. She's playing with 4 fouls. So the Tigers got a little bit of strength, got some senior leadership out there. Down inside and off the baseline, saved by the Tigers and then thrown away. Tigers trail 43-25 here just underway in the fourth quarter. Across the timeline, no pressure by the Tigers. Top of the key, sets it up, rolls it out to the right. Ortiz with it, gets it back to the top of the key. And now Indians just burning a little bit of time, gets it down on the baseline, looking for a post up down low, and they get it. Backing in and throws it away, and actually blocked by Gonzalez, and here come the Tigers the other way and just throw it away. Here come the Indians back across the timeline with 7 minutes to play. Tigers trail 43-25. Inside the paint, off the front of the iron, no good. Off of the Indians, and the Tigers will have it. Tigers cross the timeline, no pressure this time by the Indians. Gonzalez from the free throw line off the glass, and no good. Rebounded by the Indians, and the Tigers come in with a steal. And off the glass and good. I think that was Littleton Taylor Littleton, number 10 with the basket. Tigers trail 43-27. 6.5 to play here on 101.9 FM. Little jump hook, no good. Rebounded by the Indians and blocked by the Tigers. And now Hernandez has it going up the sideline. She can take this one all the way to the bank. And she about stumbles, but she gets it in off the glass. 43-29 now for the Tigers with 6 minutes to go here in the game. Duarte Just lowers the shoulder there and knocks the Tiger to the ground. Actually going to call that on Littleton. That's her first. Called that against the Tigers. Underneath the basket now, gets it into big number 42, and no basket rebounded by or blocked by the Tigers. That was Baca on the shot there for the Indians. Now LeClaire looking for Hernandez over to Gonzalez, and now the sister picks it up, gets it over on the baseline, down inside, and the Tigers hang on to it as it knocked out of bounds by the Indians. 5:39 to play here. 43-29 is the Indians up over the Tigers. Gonzalez Turner at the free throw line, no good. Rebounded out, long rebound by Hernandez. Now back out to LeClaire. LeClaire setting it up. Gets it over to Hernandez on the right wing, down to her sister. Back over to Gonzalez, and she's fouled, taking it to the hoop. And she'll go to the line. Gonzalez first one off the back iron, no good. Tigers trail by 14. Rolls the other one in, and now they trail by 13, 43-30. We approach 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. The Indians have the ball top of the key, looking down for some more on the baseline. Little jumper off the back iron. Tried to get it to the Tigers, and they do. LeClaire's got this one wide open. She can take it all the way or give it to Hernandez, and she misses it. Hernandez picks up the rebound, and now LeClaire shuffles her feet. She's going to get called for a walk. As we approach 5 minutes, Tigers trail by 13, 5:02 here in the fourth. Duarte on the drive, hits the deck. She's going to get a foul. Looks like that may have been on LeClaire, number 13. She picks up her third, the eighth grader. Indians finally get it inbounds, and the Tigers knock it out. Back under their own basket, trying to get it in. This time Hernandez steps in, almost steals it, knocks it out of bounds, and now the Indians have it again as they bring it in, this time on the side. Ortiz with the top of the key, picks up her dribble, gets it over to the right elbow. This time Hernandez steps in. She's got the basket. She's going all the way. She's fouled. And she'll go to the line as she missed the layup, but Hernandez steps in the passing lane again. That was on number 20, Sammy Herta, her first. Hernandez misses the first free throw. Second free throw off the back iron, no good. The Tigers try to get in there. Gonzalez, and this one goes out of bounds, going to be the Indian ball. Tigers still down by 13, 43-30. Four and a half to play here in the fourth period. Stolen by the Tigers, takes this one down to the baseline, turns and misses it off the glass, and everybody hits the deck. And this one's going to be a foul against the Tigers. That was on Rogelio, that her first. Hernandez on the steal again. She's going to take this one all the way to the hoop and an easy basket. Man, she's good down inside there. Once she gets the ball, she's gone. Tigers trail by 11 here with under 4 to play. Got to have a couple of stops. Get back in the game. And a timeout taken by the Indians with 43 to play here. Indians up 43-32 here on the Lynn's Landscape and Fencing scoreboard. We'll be right back. Drive up, drive through, or dine in at A&B Drive-In. For faster service, call your order in for the best burritos smothered in red chili and cheese. Or try the green chili cheeseburgers with fries, the best in all the Southwest. Drive through our newly remodeled drive-up window at 211 Broadway in downtown Truth or Consequences, 575-894-9294. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 8:30 p.m. Back here in the den as the Cobre Indians up 43-32 over the Tigers. Haley Gutierrez, the 8th grader, running the show there for the point guard for the Indians. On the drive, off the front of the rim, rebounded by the Indians. And Gutierrez picks the rebound up, long rebound again. Now she's on the drive, looking to pass. Sit over on the right wing and then out of bounds off the shot to the Tigers. Full court press coming by the Indians again, and this time throwing right to the 8th grader Gutierrez, and the basket good. Tigers have no answer for the full court press. Jump ball. Possession goes to the Indians. Gutierrez bringing it in, looking underneath, throws it back out top of the key. On the drive, kicks back to the 8th grader, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Indians. Now it's on the ground, off the glass. Now LeClaire has it. She's got Hernandez. She can take this one all the way down. She's fouled and no call. And Gutierrez, the other 8th grader, coming back the other way for the Indians, and Hernandez steps in the way and is going to get called for a block. And that's Mahala Hernandez, number 3, the senior. She picks up her 4th. Tigers need to press here. Try to get back in the game. They can't just sit back and play defense. Kick ball. Kicked by the Indians will be Tiger ball. They were just trying to burn some time. Tigers got to be aggressive here on defense. And now the full court press again. And this has been the Achilles heel for the Tigers, and another steal. And it's kicked out of bounds, and this one goes to the Tigers as it was kicked out by the Indians. Littleton now gets it in across the timeline, sets it up with 2:30 to play, trail 45-32 to the Tigers. LeClaire on the drive on the baseline, and she's bumped. Sammy Huerta on the foul. Tigers bring it in under their own basket. Hernandez to the other Hernandez, and picked up by Littleton, almost a backcourt there by the Tigers. Now Littleton looks down inside, gets it out to Hernandez. On the turn is Gonzalez, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line. So the Tigers with 2:13 trail, 45-32. First free throw, no good for Gonzalez, and the Tigers are not very good at free throw shooting as a team. Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Indians and almost stolen by the Tigers, and Tigers got to get back on defense. They just can't let them run right to the basket, and they do. So 47-32 now. Tigers running out of time and running out of patience. Tigers bring it in front of the Indian bench. They get it to Littleton, and it's stolen again, this time by Gutierrez, the 8th grader. Now they're going to burn some time. Tigers got to come up and press this. They want to get back in. Need to try to cause a turnover here. Down inside, one dribble, and this time it's stolen by Mariah Hernandez. Over to LeClaire across the timeline. Tigers got to step it up here. Get it over to Littleton, crank up a couple of threes. Over to Littleton on the drive. Little jumper off the glass, no good, short. Rebounded by the Indians. And back the other way they come. Tigers need to put some pressure on the ball. Off the glass, no good, and the Tigers knock it out of bounds. So this one will stay here with the Indians. Two-pointer just inside the arc, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Littleton, coming back the other way. He's got Hernandez, gets it over to Hernandez. Hernandez for a three off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded out of there by Correo for the Indians. Reach in and knocked out of bounds by Mariah Hernandez. 56 seconds to play here. Tigers trail 47-32. Knocked out of bounds by the Tigers, 46 seconds. Don't forget, we got the Tiger boys coming up here shortly. In about 20 minutes after this game, we'll make sure that we... Mahala Hernandez, she picked up her 5th foul. She's fouled out. And Collins checks in for her. Tiger boys coming up against the Cobre Indians. Game's supposed to start at 7 o'clock. It's usually about 20 minutes. It looks like we're going to be closer to about 7:30 before we have that tip-off. Rebounded by LeClaire. Hangs on to it. Gets it over to Gonzalez. Tigers 30 seconds to go. Trail 48-32. All the way in and fouled, go to the line. Actually, I don't, well, it could be. It could be the 5th foul. Tigers will shoot 2 with 25 seconds left. They trail 48-32. Littleton's first free throw is up and good. Second free throw is good there by Littleton. Indians just burning some time. Under 10 seconds. And looks like that's going to do it as the Hot Springs Tigers' final score here in the Den is the Cobre Indians 48 and the Hot Springs Tigers 34 here in the Linz Landscape. Final game for the Tiger girls here tonight, and the boys are up next. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back probably in about 15, 20 minutes, so stay tuned.